Okay, welcome back, or welcome to the channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Steve. So that big trailer right there is a 21-ton Rogers tag trailer. It's freezing cold out and it's really windy. So I bought this trailer for $4,000, probably like maybe 2 years ago. And all the boards were all rotted. And they're just, I don't know, they look like oak boards. To tell you the truth, talking to a friend of mine, you're really supposed to have I think it's called EPEC maybe? So it doesn't absorb water and it gets slippery. So the reason why you don't want it to absorb water is because, like right here, last night we had a little bit of snow flakes and then they kind of melted and then froze this morning. But any kind of wood, normal wood, will absorb water and then it freezes, making this extremely slippery. This trailer, what I was impressed about this trailer, especially for 4,000 bucks, normally this is all completely trashed, and I discovered the reason it wasn't trashed is because they had the wood sitting up higher. So you're not steel on steel. So our tracks are never gonna touch this nice rail and gouge the shit out of it. We're gonna be sitting on the wood. So that's 2-inch rough sawn boards that I had him cut me. They're laid out. The outer one is a little bit smaller. So these two are the same size, and then the outer one is a little bit smaller. This was walking a little on me, like it was hard to keep it straight, so I decided to pull that out and use that. Because I'm gonna get that fancy wood, I only had him cut me planks for the outside here, not the inside, just where the 315 can track up it, you know, and get safely chained down. This Craftsman saw has been absolutely great. Okay, I have done so much work in my house with this thing. It's got a light, you can turn the light on right there and it lights up in there. Like, I don't know if you can see it in the daylight, but like if you're doing stuff and it's kind of dark out, you know. And I do have the Craftsman blade on it, 10-inch blade on it, miter blade. To change the angle, you just unscrew this handle, pull a little trigger, and you know, it gives you the degrees or whatever. And then to do the back, I'm not gonna do it, but I'll show you. We are gonna have to do it at some point over here where this piece meets that piece. So I think we'll cut this straight to like here where that weld is, and then we'll have to put a, I'm probably saying it wrong, okay, miter cut maybe, or angle cut, I don't build, on this one coming up, you know. So we'll use that after, but it's got the extensions out here, and then you can do like the little end stocks, like bump stop thing. It's got a clamp if you want to clamp it. I mean, this thing is great. So let's see how this saw does on 2-inch rough sawn oak planks. Look at that. That is so nice and straight now, unlike my skill saw. Woo! Second verse, same as the first. I bring it down and I roll it without it on to make sure that I'm on that side of the line. And then you can look on both sides. So I'm pretty happy with that. I did open the bag because we're outside. If you're inside, you can, I mean, I could take this off. See, I had it open because we're outside. I don't mind if the sawdust goes everywhere outside, but I have used this inside the house doing trim work. And this bag actually, unlike some that I've used, this seems to work pretty good. This little collection system they have. See the blade? The blade goes through there. We have two 9-inch ones and an 8-inch one to make up this distance. So the way that I had them laid out is the way that I'm cutting them, because I don't want to mess up, because I'd have to have him cut me another one, and I don't really want to bother the guy in the, have him go outside in the cold for one board. A lot of guys will put a big sheet of steel from here completely over all the axles, so you don't have this board steel. It's goofy, and when we redo this whole trailer, I'll video redoing it, and we will change that. Now I gotta figure out this angle somehow. I gotta get an angle finder and then go from here to there. All right, you can see I figured out the angle. I'm not gonna get into how I figured that out, because it's kind of long way of doing it. I don't have an angle finder, but let's cut this on an angle and see how this thing does. I don't know what you would call this, like when it cuts on an angle like that. Is it called a miter? I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments what it's called. I'm just gonna call it an angle cut. Yeah, it's not terrible, just not terribly good. Maybe we need a little more angle on it, you know, just a slight bit more. So what I'll do is, since we're doing a bunch of them, I'll loosen up the adjustment screw, put it at 15 maybe, because I think that's where we're at, and then tighten the screw. And then I'll just check it against my board down here. So when I say check it, I mean like see the gap against the previous cut. I think that'll be okay. Well, here goes something. Well, that's definitely perfect-ish. You know, it's definitely way better. However, if you slide it down more, there's a gap there, which might not be, look, that might not be too bad. But this is the outside one. This is a 9-inch. So 59 1/4. Yep, there she be. All right. "10-inch sliding compound miter saw." Nice. I'm pretty happy with this thing. All right, well, that concludes the trailer portion. I'm happy for now at, you know, being able to use this trailer. There's a lot of stuff I'm not happy with. I gotta do some welding to it, and I'm not happy about these pockets. That's got to be from a rubber tired machine bouncing. You know, they park like a backhoe there or something, and when you drive and it just keeps bouncing and mashing that plate down, it doesn't hit the tires and the excavator will straddle over it. We'll deal with that later. But seriously, this saw has been absolutely just great, because I was using that skill saw last night and it was hard to keep it square, and even though I used the square to mark it square, you know, I would draw a line across there, but then the saw would get squirrely. This thing here has just been great ever since I've got it. But cutting those on a 15-degree angle, I mean, I gotta line them up a little bit better before I bolt them down, but I'm gonna cut up the rest of this for firewood because it's been sitting. So let's cut like a 30-degree. This wood's all been sitting for a long time, so it's all dried out. So, and then let me pull the little pin back here, and then let's just, okay, what's that, you know, 25 maybe, 25 degrees on an angle cut. So I mean, if you had to, and I'll just show you this real quick. I mean, look at that. Nice cut. So if, like, let's say you were going around something, you know, I'll show you what I mean. You know, like, you could do fancy cuts and stuff, like if you were trying to go around something. I mean, I don't know, I'm not a carpenter, like, you know, that's just me throwing a couple different angle cuts in there, you know. If you're a carpenter and whatever, you know how to make all that fancy stuff work for you. But I'm really happy with the saw, and after I redo this whole entire trailer and I get the real, you know, the expensive fancy wood, I'll be using it again to cut that. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, it's cold out. I'm gonna go burn some of this wood. Catch you on the next one. Hey, do me a favor while you're at it. If you found this enjoyable, even if you think I'm an idiot, but if you stayed till the end, you must have been, you know, entertained. Give me a thumbs up, will you? Help me out. Or give me a thumbs down. Either way.